Brackett, CEO, founder, champ, CEO. I just want to finish the week strong. I'm a big proponent of finishing the week strong. It's Friday, feel good Friday, finish strong Friday, however you want to take it. Oftentimes, Friday for a lot of entrepreneurs really starts your week and doesn't finish it. So no matter where you are, I just believe in finish strong, whatever you do. The last few weeks, months, I guess 1 month, I've been kind of busy. Kids are back to school, so transitioning for that. Obviously, a lot of sports, a lot of activities, and I'm also coaching football. I had several speaking engagements, so it's been very busy times, coaching clients, book release, and I had some very good calls here recently with some coaching clients, and I just want to kind of make the parallels that I find in business, but then also in football, the game of football, which I love. I know there's a lot of concern about the game of football, and there's injuries that occur, and that's correct. It's valid as well. It's really about what is your risk tolerance. But I will tell you that the benefits far outweigh the potential risk. And what it makes you as a man, I think, far outweighs the potential risk of injury. And I will also venture to say, that while we do know what the studies, and they're probably outdated in terms of, back in the day when they didn't check for concussions or all that type of stuff, we do know some of that research. We don't know is currently with the safer tackling, the hawk tackling, some of the things taking a head out of the game of football. So it's a much safer game for sure. But what happens to the kids that don't play football? What happens to the kids that are sitting home on their games, on their devices, that don't play any sports? What type of kids are they? Right? Is the game, is the stimulation of the digital devices, is it as harming, or potentially does it have any risk? We don't know that yet. So those studies will probably be out. But going on a tangent, I didn't come on here for that. But as regards to football and business. So every day we practice Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We come up with a game plan. We come up with some type of strategy that we want to work on today that's going to help us achieve our goals in our games on Saturday. And I look at that, and I look at business the same way, where the business owner should have some sort of strategy that day to day they're working on specific tasks that's going to lead them to success for what their goals, what their mission, what their values are. Oftentimes what occurs is, specifically in small businesses, they hit this glass ceiling and they get to a point where they don't really know where to go. And it's similar to like the teams that are on the line of scrimmage, and they don't get a call out, and the play clock runs out, and they're just sitting there, and then they start getting penalties, or maybe they start doing things that aren't characteristics of who they are, which they get into trouble. And I think this is this beautiful quote. I say it all the time. I used to hate it, but now I actually love it. And it was, don't get bored doing the right thing. Oftentimes in business, we know what works. We've seen what works. Hopefully we tracked it. We have those measurements. And we think, oh, now I have to do something different now. And oftentimes you don't. And same thing in football, where you're running a play that's been successful. We think, oh, let's give them a change up. No, they can't stop that play. Keep running it. And I think, the great coaches, great teams, great business owners understand that. And that's that, success at the end of the day, it's fun, it's amazing, but it's very mundane and boring. It's very, cut and paste, doing the same thing over and over again. And it's that consistency that creates that greatness, is that consistency that creates that success, is that consistency that creates that reliability, not only in the marketplace with your customers, but also internally with your staff. So I think creating the systems, the processes in order to get that done, I think is extremely, extremely important. And one of the questions I often get in terms of what's next, what should I do in my business? And the first thing you need to do is really identify your game plan. And I know it doesn't sound sexy. It's not a marketing technique. It's not like a lead generation. It's not a sales. But again, my philosophy is that if you talk about sales too early in the pipeline, you're just gonna tell more people sooner and faster like how bad you are. So yes, you need sales and you need to be facilitating clients. I get that. But I think, having the ability to slow down and speed up is gonna allow you to scale and grow at a much faster clip. And not even at a much faster clip, but doing it with way more peace of mind because you did this work that once you do it, yeah, you're gonna have to tweak over time, but this heavy lifting is gonna save you a lot of heartache at the end of the day. So if you establish some sort of a game plan where you figure out like what your business snapshot is, what's your history, why you got into business, what problem you're trying to solve, I think it's extremely important that not only you understand that, but the people in your organization understand that as well. Next, the vision. Like, what's your vision? 5-year, 10-year, 25-year. What does that look like for you? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? Like all the senses. Because if you can visualize it and if you can really be direct and specific about what that looks like, then we can reverse engineer that into like, all right, what needs to happen over the next 10-year, 5-year, 3-year, 1-year period in order for us to achieve that BHAG, right? That big, hairy, audacious goal. Next, your mission statement. Like, why do we do what we do? What is that about, right? My mission statement is I want to create more leaders and less followers. Like I don't want people to just follow me just blindly. I want to give people the ability to think, to act off their own abilities and what makes them great, and not just relying off what I tell them to do. I mean, so many times people get in trouble just trying to copycat someone else. That becomes challenging because you don't have that same person's skill set. So you got to do what works for you. Value proposition, obviously, what makes you unique about what you bring to the marketplace. How is that important? And then the values is something that is extremely important, that you got to understand who you are, what are your non-negotiables, what are things that you hold dear. Because especially in the hiring phase, when you have people in your organization, if they're not aligned with your values, they're not aligned with your mission, if they don't know what your core competencies are, what you do best, better, then they might get burnt out, or they might leave your organization because they're not properly tooled with the equipment to be a brand ambassador for you. After we have all those things, we talk about the critical issues because we have to solve those in order to be successful in our business or organization. Then we get to our 1-year goal because at the end of the day, you want this big target that's somewhere out in the future, but then we have to like condense it down into a year. So then we can go 1 year, 90-day windows in which we can work on projects that can kind of lead it to our goals and our success. Lastly, and this is something that I think is genius, is that you have to figure out and forecast your future challenges and then also ways in which you're going to overcome them. Tony Robbins often says you have to be in 2 businesses. You have to be in the business that you're in today and then the business that you're going to be in the future. And with technology, with being a global marketplace and more players from around the globe competing, I think you really have to have some type of a pulse of what your business is doing and how is it trending, so then you could be out in front of it. You don't want to play from behind, right? We all know what happened to Blockbuster. Eventually, there may or may not be one left. I think I saw a series on Netflix, but I think that's how you set yourself up for success in the business world. And obviously you can get this, and if you want this, just put Champ CEO inside the chat, no matter where you see this at, and I will send this off to you, this game plan. But if you want, to talk to someone about your business specifically, if you're in a service-based business, if you're doing $500 to $5 million a year, and you want to grow, you want to scale, you want to bounce some ideas off somebody, I got a business breakthrough call. I'd love to talk to you and figure out if there's something that I can help you with, or just give you some ideas that maybe can help you inside your business. Either way, it's a good one for me. But again, Champ CEO, I will send you out this game plan. Imagine this. Imagine going up to the line of scrimmage, and imagine everyone looking at you. You got the play clock running, the ref is looking at you with the whistle, the people are in the stands, and you're just sitting there, and no one knows the call. No one knows the call because it's all inside your brain. So as entrepreneurs, small business owners, we gotta get what's in our brain outside, down, on paper, on iPad, on something, so that someone knows not only what it is we're going to call, but how we're going to execute it. It's extremely, extremely important, and that's what we all should be doing inside of our businesses. And that's all I got for today, because my 1 o'clock's a little early. So I appreciate y'all, man. Share this, tag someone in here who you feel like this is going to be helpful for, and I will talk to y'all soon. Let me know anything else you would like me to touch as regards to business, entrepreneurship, and I love to add value continuously in your life. All right, man. Have a great Friday. Finish strong. I got a big game this weekend, so I got to rest up. I'll get ready for my boys out there, because I'm going to have my game plans ready. My down and distance is 1st and 10, 2nd and long, 2nd and short, 3rd and long, right? We got plays, and they got to get implemented. All right, man. Love y'all. Y'all take care. Talk to y'all soon.